All right, man. So let me tell you what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking we open to black and white, right? Slow piano music. We talk about Hogan's impact. We talk about the rise of Hulkamania. Yeah, brother. That sounds real emotional and all. But I got to tell you something. That doesn't work for me, brother. What? I think instead we open with me dropping a big leg on the concept of sadness. Then I rip my shirt off and yell, "Hulkamania never dies," into the camera. Absolutely not. And then the lights explode. I descend from the ceiling like a patriotic angel, and we hit the audience with an 8-minute guitar solo remix of Real American. We have zero budget, zero musical talent, and you are not allowed near the ceiling rig anymore. Creative control, brother. I got a clause in my contract. I don't do tributes unless I get pyro and at least one slam on Andre the Giant. He's not alive. We CGI him in. The people deserve it. Oh, God. All right. Okay. Like, how about we do the tribute like normal, and you can do your little Hogan moment at the end. That works for me, brother. And welcome back to 1, 2, Ooh. And today, we honor a legend, a force of nature, a man who changed not just wrestling, but pop culture itself. Hulk Hogan, the immortal one, has passed away. And today, on 1, 2, ooh, we're not counting the pins. We're counting the moments that made him larger than life. This is for all the Hulkamaniacs out there. Let's get into it. Before we do, I do want to thank everyone who has taken the time to subscribe to the show, to like, and to comment on my content. It truly means a lot to me. I would appreciate it if you haven't yet, that you take the time right now to click that like, hit subscribe, and click the bell icon. If you love wrestling, you're gonna love this content. Let's get into it. Hulk Hogan didn't walk into wrestling. He exploded into it. From the moment he stepped into the WWF in the early 80s, it was clear this guy was different. The handlebar mustache, the red and yellow, the charisma that could be felt in the back row in the cheap seats. But it wasn't until January 23rd, 1984, when Hogan defeated the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden, the earth shook. The birth of Hulkamania. Say your prayers, eat your vitamins, believe in yourself. It was cheesy, it was loud, and it was exactly what America wanted in a hero. No Hogan, no WrestleMania. Period. WrestleMania 1. Tag match with Mr. T, Cyndi Lauper in the mix, Muhammad Ali at ringside. It was rockin' wrestling on steroids, and it worked. By WrestleMania 3, Hogan slammed Andre the Giant in front of 93,000 people, allegedly, and at that moment alone turned Hogan into a myth. To this day, people remember where they were when they saw that slam. He wasn't just wrestling. He was Superman in a bandana. And he made millions of fans believe in the impossible. And just when you thought Hulkamania had run wild for the last time, 1996 happened. WCW, Bash at the Beach. Hogan turns heel. The NWO is born. And the most beloved wrestler in history becomes the most hated. Hollywood Hogan. But guess what? He was still the biggest draw in the game. He reinvented himself. He became the villain we didn't know we needed. He made wrestling feel dangerous again. If there was ever a moment where past met future, it was WrestleMania 18. Hogan versus The Rock. Icon versus icon. The crowd didn't know what to do. They came to cheer The Rock, but they couldn't help themselves. The minute Hogan pointed and Rock raised the eyebrow, sky broke open. The two stood toe to toe and gave us a match no one expected to be that good. But it wasn't about 5-star ratings. It was about legacy, electricity, presence. And at the end of the night, as Hogan shook The Rock's hand, you could feel it. The torch was passed. And even in defeat, Hogan looked more immortal than ever. Hogan wasn't just a wrestler. He was a pop culture titan. He had action figures, cartoons, movies, lunchboxes, Saturday morning shows. He was the bridge between 80s superstardom and wrestling fandom. Even if you didn't watch wrestling, you knew who Hulk Hogan was. Even now, decades later, people still know what it means to Hulk up or even drop the big leg. He was everywhere. And somehow, always in the middle of the ring. Hulk Hogan wasn't perfect. Not by a long stretch. He was human. But to millions of fans, he was their first hero. The first reason to believe in something bigger than themselves. And now, even as the man has left Earth, Hulkamania, it never dies. Because every time a kid rips off a shirt and flexes, every time the crowd chants, Hogan, Hogan, every time someone hears Real American, the immortal lives on. I'm 8-Bit Mike. This is 1-2-OOOOOH. Rest in peace, Hulkster. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the moments. Thank you for Hulkamania. Make sure you hit that subscribe, hit the like, so you never, ever miss an episode of 1, 2, ooh, brother.